Hello everyone, welcome in. My name is Brianna and this is going to be a collective message. I've been receiving a bunch of downloads about a few different things, but I'm not sure if those messages are meant for me or meant to be shared with the collective, so I'm going to tap into the current energy with some cards and see what wants to come out. If those messages come out, then I'll know that they are meant to be shared. So we're in between eclipses, right? We just had that lunar eclipse in the sign of Pisces on the 7th, September 7th, 2025. And we have another eclipse, a solar eclipse. I'm not sure what sign it's happening in, but it's occurring on September 21st of 2025. So we're right in between eclipses, guys, and I just learned that the eclipse that just occurred, the lunar eclipse in Pisces, that was actually the last eclipse in a 6-month cycle. So this solar eclipse that's going to be happening on the 21st, it's the beginning of a 6-month cycle, right? So in the last reading, I think one of the first cards to come out was the Bardo. The Bardo was like being in transition between this realm or this life or this reality and the next. But this week it feels like, or for the next couple of weeks, it feels like we're actually in the Bardo, right? In between, transitioning between an old cycle or transitioning from an old cycle into something new. Got the box at the bottom of the deck. Let's see. Spirit, show me what's going on in the energy. Show me what's going on in the energy. What do we need to be aware of? Details, the details. Pay attention to the details. We've got apocalypses. The unknown becoming known, revealed, harsh truths revealed. Something's being unearthed, uncovered. Composting old narratives. The castle. The castle is like a throne check, right? A throne visit, like an alignment check. The castle talks about making sure that your actions aren't driven by material gain or like an image that you portray. And then we have the desert. The desert is like being in survival mode. There's no water. It's like desperation. You're in a drought. This is given like, what would you do for a Klondike bar? What would you do for a Klondike bar? Begging. Maybe selling yourself short with the castle here for image, or this could be like guilty pleasures. Apocalypse is talking about making yourself aware of something, paying attention to the details. Paying attention to the details. We've got the shaman. The shaman talks about ancient magic, right? Self-study, studying yourself so that you can heal yourself. I feel like there's something, maybe something very subtle. Okay, so I talked about how we're in between an old cycle and a new cycle, right? While we're in this transition period, there are things like little offers, little tests, little temptations, And it could be something that you're used to having, you're used to doing, like a comfort, something that comforts you, something that you indulge in, like a little guilty pleasure. But that little guilty pleasure might be attached to something from the past, or I'm getting like deal with the devil. We've got the vow here. Deal with the devil. Cause and effect. Your word is your bond. Your actions bind you. Just be careful. Be mindful. Pay attention to the details. It could be someone outside of you offering you something. Like, hey, hey, can you help me with this? Hey, let's do this. Something like obvious like that. Or it could be like I was saying, something that you're used to having, used to doing, used to indulging in. Maybe it's some sort of coping mechanism, something that makes you feel safe and comfortable, so you lean on it, you rely on it. But that reliance it's possibly tied to, or there's like a sneak deal, like a sneak contract within it, something attached to it. We'll get more. Yeah, the vow. We'll get more. Okay. I'm not going to take all of these, but the offering is here. The vision is here. I'm going to put them back. Let's just do, let me see. Should I ask a question? No? Okay. Let's just do a few more. The Queen. We've got the bridge. That's cool. The bridge. This is like being in transition, right? In between, crossing over. Say yes. The link, the connection, the gateway. This could also be some sort of communication, maybe communication coming from your future self to your present self. Like, hey, here's the key. Here's the link. The bridge talks about travel between realms. We've got the warrior and the queen. The warrior talks about being in alignment, right? Aligned action, purposeful action, being intentional, paying attention to the details, fierce clarity, right? Okay, so this is giving, the queen is giving the opposite of the card that we saw earlier, right? The castle, the throne check. So make sure that your actions are, I want to say regal, majestic, divine wisdom. Okay. Infused with divine wisdom, right? Divine wisdom. Divine wisdom is just like this communication from your future self. Or communication from your higher self. We've got the mother. The mother in this deck talks about being protective and supportive. There's a pearl in the center of this nest. And the pearl is very like coddled and protected. So are you the mother or the pearl? What is the pearl? Is the pearl the gold, your future? We've got the thread at the bottom of the deck. I feel like this message is an alignment check, right? As we move through this transition phase, making sure that our actions are aligned with whatever this pearl represents: truth, authenticity, creativity, love. Supportive. The mother gives unconditionally, right? The mother doesn't seek validation or anything in return, really. She just gives because she's resourceful and she's abundant. She's the mother, right? She's the life giver. So maybe this is like making sure that your actions are aligned with the mother, with love, not seeking external validation for maybe what you do, what you give, what you have to offer. Let's do one more. Oh my goodness. The king is the emperor, and then we have the vision at the bottom of the deck, but then we have all of these other cards that fell out. I'm going to put them back. The forest. The forest. I feel like the forest just represents like a little complication, right? Like a labyrinth. Like which path? Which ray of the rainbow? Which path? The forest talks about like being in the dark or in a complex situation, but I don't feel like it's major. I feel like we've already moved through a major death with the full moon eclipse. We've already released a whole lot and integrated a whole lot. Now we just have to navigate this bridge, right? This transition. But I feel like it's not going to be as obvious as what we released with the full moon, the full moon eclipse, right? The energy that we were releasing with that eclipse, it was like on the big screen, couldn't be ignored or avoided. This energy that spirit wants you to shaman, magic, heal. This energy that spirit wants you to heal, it's very subtle. It's in the small details. It's probably within one of your habits or routines, or it could be something as simple as coffee, right? Like maybe you like to drink coffee every morning. That's how it is for me, right? I like to drink coffee every morning. It kind of keeps me feeling, I don't know, I don't want to say sane, but like grounded, comfortable. Coffee makes me comfortable. But if I were to run out of coffee, what would you do for a Klondike bar, right? Like, would you give away your power for a cup of coffee or replace coffee with whatever it is for you? Would you compromise your integrity for a cup of coffee or whatever this coffee is for you? We've got the king here. The king is the purified divine masculine. We saw the queen earlier, but the king is the emperor. The king makes the choices and the decisions. We've got vision and the animal. The medallion and the thread. The vision is the dream. The vision is what's on the other side of the bridge. It's the pearl in the nest. Let's clarify, see what all this energy is about. Okay, tell me about apocalypses. Apocalypses. Breaking away old narratives. The revelation of a harsh truth. We've got immature, not fully developed. Inexperienced, unfinished, in progress. What is it? There's something here. Upheaval. Upheaval for healing. Something needs to be broken down, deconstructed. What is it? The Seven of Swords. Okay, let's be more specific. What is it? The Seven of Swords talks about subconscious emotions that cloud the divine wisdom. Subconscious emotions that cloud divine wisdom. I can't talk today. I feel like I'm talking in slow motion. Poor communication. Maybe poor expression. Maybe it's not actually communicating but expressing yourself. Like a weakened sense of character. Lost power. Depleted power. Okay, what is it? What area? The sun. The sun is the self. I saw Leo a little bit earlier when I was shuffling. The sun talks about like your outer expression, your personality, your character, your avatar, right? How you show up. The sun reflects. That's a different card. I see the law of vibration. Everything tangible and intangible is made of energy. The law of vibration, maybe it has something to do with your frequency, how you're expressing. We've got number 6, harmony, balance, salvation. We've got quincunx, a subtle, persistent, underlying energy. It's very subtle. I guess it's going to be different for everyone, right? Can I know more about what this energy is? Illusion, lack of clarity, mind playing tricks on you. The sun, the personality. Okay, let's see. What is this? Do nothing came out in the reverse. Do nothing, which means do something. Do something? What the hell? Agitation. Agitation also came out in the reverse. Restless, uneasy, mental distress. That's the Seven of Swords. Do something. Okay, let's keep going. Tell me about the shaman. What is it? What is it that you want us to take a look at? Got disenchanted, a shattered illusion, news. News is the letter, right? Communication, noteworthy information about unicorn. Unicorn is your authenticity, your frequency. There's some sort of smoke and mirrors. Rude awakening. There's some sort of smoke and mirrors around your expression, your authentic expression. What is the smoke and mirrors? What is the illusion? We've got agent, active opposition. An agent is someone who feels triggered by you stepping into your power. This person may try to undermine you with guilt, shame, gossip, or intimidation tactics to put you back in your place. Like an Agent Smith from The Matrix, a chaos causer. This person may try to undermine you with guilt, shame, gossip, or intimidation tactics. Is that the illusion? Is that the fog around your awareness? We've got torch here. Awareness, enlightenment. You feel guilty, you feel shameful. Maybe this person is talking about you. Like, I feel like when people gossip, it just creates like black smoke, right? Black smoke. And then that black smoke is like directed towards whoever it is that they're gossiping about. And maybe that black smoke is like around your aura. Maybe within your aura, right? Because we have the torch in the labyrinth here. The torch is your awareness, illuminated awareness. And the labyrinth is something that's like convoluted. It's feeling like this pearl, which is maybe your authentic expression, is in the center of this labyrinth. The labyrinth is the illusion, and the torch is your awareness. Your awareness, your authentic expression is in a labyrinth. There's an illusion around your frequency. Can we know any more about this, Spirit? We've got the 8th dimension, access to all information. 8th dimension, access to all information. I am oneness. Maybe there's some new information here in this reading for you. And Spirit wants you to do something. We got do nothing in the reverse. Do something about it. Use it. We've also got the 2nd dimension, narcissist. The narcissist is a consciousness that feels lack. Like, it believes this consciousness relies on what it has around it, what it's surrounded with, like the castle, right? What it's surrounded with to reflect its worth back at it. Like, I am what I have. I am what I have. And then we've got the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups talks about walking away or knowing when to walk away, right? Walk away with your lessons, everything that you've learned from something that's draining you, something that's not receptive. Walking away from, maybe it's walking away from this consciousness, feeling like you have to surround yourself with shiny things or lots of people or lots of coffee to feel comfortable. We've got the Star and the Nine of Cups. I feel like we've got immature here, right? Not fully developed. Whatever this is, this could be a person, this narcissist, or it could be like narcissistic tendencies stored within this shadow, right? The shadow of the shaman. But taking care of this or doing something about it, whatever it is, it's going to redirect you to the Star and the Nine of Cups, or it's going to move you through Star's energy, right? And then, yeah, I'm getting this bridge energy. The Star is the bridge. And the Nine of Cups is good luck, happiness, care, compassion, rediscovered willpower, hope, and enthusiasm. It's a wish fulfillment. We've got the upper realm, higher self and authenticity, divinity, connection to your higher self, connection to your higher mind, your intuition, all-knowing. That's eighth dimensional consciousness. Eighth dimensional consciousness, a secure connection to your higher self and your authenticity. Okay, tell me about the bridge. We've got Torch. We had this card. Illuminated awareness, enlightenment, spiritual mastery, self-confidence, and inner guidance. Enlightenment, spiritual mastery, self-confidence, and inner guidance. This is like, this Torch energy is feeling like graduation, right? If this is where we are, immature, not fully developed, unfinished, in progress, and this is the graduation. But we've also got standstill, no movement. No movement. Okay. This could be this standstill energy doesn't have to be a negative thing, right? It could be divine, because we are in between realms, or we're in between cycles. Remember, a 6-month cycle just concluded with the lunar eclipse, and a new 5-month or 6-month cycle is going to be beginning with the solar eclipse coming up on I think it's the 21st. So technically we're all at this standstill. It says be patient and tolerant. The path ahead is under construction, but I feel like you're the one constructing the path right now. We've got mask, hidden identity. I feel like this is your energy, your awareness, your authenticity, it's hidden. And then we've got obsession, right? Obsession is an unhealthy and often compulsive fixation on a person, idea, or habit. An unhealthy and often compulsive fixation on a person, idea, or habit. So your power, right? Your authenticity is hidden within whatever this is, right? Could be coffee. An unhealthy and often compulsive fixation on a person, idea, or habit. Something that you do impulsively. Could be an addiction. Could be a little darker than just coffee, right? Something that you indulge in, overindulge in. And we've got the bird, elevated perspective. This is that upper realm energy, the higher mind, higher ground. I feel like it's pulling your awareness out of whatever that obsession energy is. Could be a coping mechanism, how you cope, how you deal with things. Could be a comfort zone. Could be a person that you always turn back to. Could be a codependent relationship that keeps you confused, clouded. What was I saying? Yeah, pulling your awareness out of that energy and into this bird energy, this elevated perspective, 8th dimensional consciousness. Tell me about the mother. Homecoming. Feeling at home. A person, environment, or experience will help you feel completely comfortable and at ease. You may be reconnecting with a version of yourself after a period of feeling out of sorts. Stability, contentment, foundation, celebration, relaxation. Maybe this is you coming home to you, reconnecting with yourself after immature, not fully developed. Homecoming. This could be like integration, integrating this aspect of yourself so that it's always with you. And instead of relying on the castle, right? External things, possessions, people, you rely on yourself because you feel home within yourself. Or this could be someone else. We've got surrender, trust the process, and karma, divine justice. I feel like this is already set in motion, right? And you just have to go with the flow. From this I want to say, like, from this lily pad, like hopping from lily pads like a frog, from this lily pad to the next, to the next, to the next. As you make your way across this bridge, I don't feel like it's anything to panic about, whatever it is. I feel like everything is happening at the right time, at the perfect time. It says, surrender says, trust the process. Allow this situation to unfold organically. The wheel of life is turning, ushering the end of one cycle and birthing a new one. That's what's happening right now. The wheel of life is turning, ushering an end of one cycle and the birthing of a new one. Acceptance, change, endings, and beginnings. And then we have karma, divine justice. What goes around comes around. Whatever energy a person puts into the world, be it positive or negative, will be returned to that person. Cause and effect, results, feedback loop, consequences. So, yeah. We're all moving through this cycle, right? Or through the bardo, through this transition period, closing out one cycle and moving into a new one. What's on the other side is going to be your karma. Whatever that means for you, depends on your choices. Whatever energy a person puts into the world, be it positive or negative, will be returned to that person. Let's see about the king. What's the king doing here? Movement. Oh. It's like whenever you're ready, right? Whenever you're ready. It says your unrelenting dedication to your vision is paving the way forward. If you have been at a standstill, we have standstill right here. If you have been at a standstill, the path is now clear for you to take the next steps, right? The emperor decides. He makes the choice, right? He's the ruler. The top of the chain of command. I feel like there are a bunch of distractions. I saw vulnerable, honest expression. It says sharing our true selves with others may make us susceptible to negativity or criticism, yet when we express ourselves genuinely, despite fear, we open the door to opportunities, relationships, and experiences that align with our authenticity. Mask. Someone... Oh yeah, vulnerability is honest expression. Communication. This is masked. This could be you moving to express something, uncover some like hidden emotions, suppressed emotions, or you moving to express yourself authentically. Leo. Whoa. What else can we know? Let's do this deck. What else can we know about this energy? This one flipped out in the reverse when I picked it up. Okay, so 3 cards out. We've got ebb and flow. This card talks about surrendering to the flow of material change. It's the 2 of Pentacles, so it's like in the traditional tarot where the guy is like juggling 2 pentacles, juggling material change. This card talks about just surrendering and going with the flow of change. And then we have ancestral lineage. Maybe this is like a deep change. A deep change in, we've got cosmic mate, higher love. A deep change in the way that you connect to others. Or you connect with someone else. Spiritual change. Maybe in your family you've always done things one way, this way. I'm getting that box energy, stayed in the box, stayed within the lines, confinement. There's a change here. If you choose it, right? There's a change available. We've got development, material, investment, acceleration, the lightning path, and manifest. I feel like this is like choose or make an investment. This is like getting like ritual energy. So So, for example, if something from the past is being offered to you, whatever it is for you, right? Could be a person, could be an experience, could be a family, a whole family, could be a habit, an unhealthy habit. If that's being offered to you, magic, right? We've got manifest, work your magic. Intentionally working with this energy to create some sort of material change would be to consciously turn down, deny, turn away from, whatever that thing is. It's like pouring the cup of coffee down the sink, saying no thank you, and then investing in the opposite direction, right? Making a material investment in the opposite direction. It's going to, I feel like, alignment, or create some sort of magic here. Abundance. Abundance talks about, this card talks about redefining material value. So maybe you take your currency, your energy, your attention, your focus off of the coffee, right? Off of the habit, off of the person, you pull it back, and then you redefine value by placing your energy, your attention, your focus on what you actually want, right? What's getting like Taurian energy, second house, what you find valuable or what you deem to be valuable. Got some other stuff here, but there's a message here. Oh well. I'll read it. Okay. So it's the ship, which is journey, the lone wolf, which is solitude, and then we have revelation, which is the sun. So this is, we had this do nothing card come out in the reverse. This is, the ship is giving do something, move in this direction with the lone wolf here, solitude. This solitude card talks about going off on your own, like hermit energy, right? Going off on your own to find yourself, to develop your character, to develop inner strength. And then we have the sun, revelation. The sun is the expression of that newly integrated character or inner strength or maturity or whatever this lone wolf goes off on its own to find. Karmic clearing. We've got the evil queen and the underworld. Yeah. Karmic clearing, leaving something or someone to their own vices, to stand on their own, right? Leaving someone or something to stand on their own, to deal with their own karma. That someone or something, remember, it could be coffee, right? The evil queen could be the coffee or the habit or the person, whatever it is for you. What's the overall energy of this message, please? desires, balancing your desires, emotions. This is giving Seven of Cups. Where's the Seven of Cups? And then we have divinity. Okay, so we had desires and emotions come out. These two cards were giving me the Seven of Cups. I got the Seven of Cups out of both decks because the artwork is different in each. But the Seven of Cups is Venus and Scorpio. So Venus and Scorpio is our heart, right? The love, our desires, our soul's desires. And Scorpio it's an aspect of the underworld. So the Seven of Cups talks about our desires being expressed through the lower octave of scorpionic energy. So it's just like the illusion of love. It's like vanity, the illusion of achievement, the illusion of healing, the illusion of friendship, connections. And in this picture, he's got this snaky thing, has the Four of Cups up front. So there are 4 cups up front. 4 cups talks about longing, feeling like you want something that you can't have. And then the 3 of Cups is behind his tail, like he's tucking it away, he's hiding it, he's masking it. The 3 of Cups is harmonious emotional exchange and expression, right? And a harmonious emotional expression. So your expression is behind this lizard's, this snaky creature's tail, and then you've got the 4 of Cups pushed up front. The 4 of Cups is this energy, feeling maybe dissatisfied, discontent with what you're being offered, or maybe indulging in Venus and Scorpio. Okay, anything we can know from this deck? Anything we can know from this deck? We've got deep thoughts. Deep thoughts. Maybe you're contemplating something, trying to solve the riddle. What else? Thinking about a connection, being loyal, devoting yourself to a marriage. Is this what you're thinking about? This is what we have here. Deep thought. The dog talks about like friendship, companionship, loyalty, devotion. And then we have marriage. Number 3. The 3 of Cups, a harmonious exchange of emotional energies. This is what you're thinking about? We've got rich girl. Is this who you're thinking about? The stork. The stork delivers good news. Coffin. Key, rider, clove. Ending communication with a rich girl. Ending or closing something out and delivering a key to a rich girl. Closing out a connection. Rider, clove, good luck, key, solution. I don't know, I'm gonna leave it. This card's at the bottom of the deck, Divinity, the upper realm. This is connection, secure connection to your higher self, the higher mind, authenticity. Then we've got new beginnings, the new moon. Oh, the new moon. Maybe this is a message about alignment for the new moon solar eclipse that's coming up on the 21st. What's the advice? What's the advice? We've got celebration, the Three of Cups. Harmonious emotional communication or harmonious emotional exchange. This card also talks about rebirth, revival, resurrection. I feel like the message is like, go where this energy is, flow with this energy. What else? The miser. Oh. This is a choice point. It's this or that, right? Remember, we've been talking about like that castle energy, surrounding yourself with shiny things. So it's like this or that. It's like this or that. Look at the miser. This is also lack consciousness, right? Feeling like you don't have enough, even when you do. Or feeling like you're defined by your material possessions. I have all of this, so I gotta keep it safe, because if it goes away, if I don't have it, then who am I? So this is a choice, right? For someone. You've got internal resistance, backfire, reversal. The energy is shifting. Make sure you're in alignment with what you actually want, right? Make sure you're in alignment with what's true to you. Venus in the higher octaves. It's going to be what satisfies you on a deep soul level. It might just be like communicating, gathering, being around people who actually get you. Homecoming, a group of people or a person where you feel free to be yourself or express yourself freely. Make sure you're aligned with that and not whatever this energy is, this miser energy. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll see you on the next one.